Good day, class. Today, we'll explore one of the most significant moments in the Philippines, the Proclamation of Independence. So, our discussion will be focused on first, first, how Emilio Aguinaldo rose to the power from rivalry between the Magdiwang and the Magdalo Council. Second, the impact of the Tijeras Convention and how it influenced Philippine independence. Third, the Philippine-American War and the change of Independence Day from July 4 to June 12. Before the Philippines declared its independence, internal conflicts threatened to divide the revolution. Two major councils were emerged, the Magdiwang and Magdalo, each with differing views on leadership and governance. The Magdiwang Council, led by Supremo Andres Bonifacio, followed a monarchic system. The leader was referred to as Haring Bayan, king of the nation, while his subordinates were called ministers. Bonifacio was recognized head of the Katipunan and was seen as the guiding force behind the revolutionary movement, while the Magdalo Council was a republic council under a revolutionary organization led by General Baldomero Aguinaldo, the cousin of Emilio Aguinaldo. The name Magdalo was derived from the patrones of Cavite el Viejo, Santa Maria Magdalena. While Baldomero initially led the council, Emilio Aguinaldo, a successful military commander, gradually took control due to his battle victories. Emilio Aguinaldo's rise to power within Magdalo was a result of his military prowess, particularly during the Battle of Imus in September 1896. His success in combat increased his influence, making him the de facto leader of Magdalo by early 1897. Despite their common Despite their common enemy, Spain, the Magdiwang and Magdalo factions struggled to unify. In effort to settle their differences, a convention was held in Tejeros on March 22, 1897. To, to inspire unity, Magdiwang councils traveled to 12 towns under their jurisdiction, rallying the people with patriotic speeches. The townspeople welcomed them with music, decoration, and shouts of Viva Tagalog. At the convention, a new revolutionary government was established, so the results were controversial. Emilio was elected president, defeating Andres Bonifacio. General Mariano Trias became vice president despite being Bonifacio's ally. Artemio Ricarte won as Capitan General. General Emilio Reo de Dios was declared Secretary of War. Bonifacio was elected as Secretary of the Interior, but his qualifications were immediately challenged by Daniel Tairona, who insisted that a lawyer should hold the position. Angered and humiliated, Bonifacio declared the election null and void. This event further deepened the rift between the factions. By the end of 1897, Spanish had forced Aguinaldo and other revolutionary leaders into exile in Hong Kong under the Bank of Biak na Bato. But in 1898, a new opportunity arose, the Spanish-American War. The U.S. defeated Spain and entered the Philippines, allowing Aguinaldo to return with American support to resume the revolution. So on June 12, 1898, the Declaration of Independence happened. The proclamation was read by Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista, Acta de la Proclamación de la Independencia del Pueblo Filipino, officially declaring the Philippines free from Spanish rule. So the flag was also raised. It was designed by Emilio Aguinaldo himself and sewn by Marcela Agoncillo, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa Natividad in Hong Kong. The flag was the first displayed in battle on May 28, 1898, before being formally unfurled on June 12. The national anthem was also played, which is Marcha Nacional Filipina, composed by Julian Felipe, and was performed for the first time by the San Francisco de Malabon Band. Despite this momentous occasion, Spanish, oh, Despite this momentous occasion, Spain did not recognize Philippine independence and soon another powerful nation would take control, which is the United States. After Spain's defeat, the Treaty of Paris, 1898, transferred the Philippines to U.S. control for $20 million without Filipino consent. Realizing they were merely trading one colonizer for another, Filipino resisted. So there are major battles of the Philippine-American War. First is the Battle of Manila, February 8, 1899. The war officially began when U.S. troops shot a Filipino soldier, soldier in San Juan, leading to full-scale conflict. The second battle was Battle of Tirad Pass, December 1899. General Gregorio del Pilar and 60 men held off 500 U.S. troops to protect Aguinaldo's retreat, sacrificing their lives in the process. So, Aguinaldo was captured on March 1901 when U.S. forces using Filipino spies captured Aguinaldo in Isabela. He was later forced to swear alliance to the U.S., marking the fall of the First Philippine Republic. To justify the rule over the Philippines, the United States implemented several laws that significantly shaped the country's governance. In 1901, the Spooner Amendment authorized the U.S. President to establish a civilian government in the Philippines, granting power to the Philippine Commission. A year later, the Philippine Organic Act of 1902 became the first law passed by the U.S. Congress concerning Philippine governance. This act established a bicameral legislature with the Philippines Commission serving as upper house and the elected Philippine Assembly as the lower house. It is also granted limited civil rights such as freedom of speech and the press, while reinforcing the U.S. President's authority over the Philippines affair. In 1916, the Jones Law further expanded Filipino anatomy by replacing the Philippines Commission with all Filipino Senate and formally declaring the U.S. intent to grant Philippine independence once a stable government was established. This promise took a concrete step forward with the Tidings-McDuffie. Uh, Tidings-McDuffie Act of 1934, which created the Commonwealth of the Philippines and set a 10-year transition period leading to full independence. Finally, the long-awaited freedom was officially recognized through the Philippine Independence Act of 1946, marking July 4, 1946 as the day of the independence became a fully sovereign nation. Though the war was officially ended in 1902, resistance continued. Some revolutionaries like Makarisake continued fighting American rule until they captured and executed in 1907, which led to the Philippine-American War. However, through the of laws of U.S. which implemented to give Philippines independence, this lead to our this lead to the fully sovereign control of the Philippines of its nation. Why June 12 became our official independence instead of July 4? Initially, the Philippines celebrated its Independence Day on July 4, 1946, marking the day the United States granted the country of Philippine independence. However, in 1962, President Diosdado Macapagal decided to change the date to June 12 for several reasons. First, he emphasized authenticity, as June 12, 1898 was the day Filipinos first declared their independence from Spain. He also highlighted national pride, choosing to honor the Filipino struggle against Spanish rule, rather than focusing on U.S. recognition. Lastly, he aimed to end the colonial influence by moving away from July 4, a date tied to American control. This change was later formalized in 1964 through Republic Act No. 4166, officially establishing June 12 as True Philippine Independence Day. So what does independence really mean? Independence is often seen as a freedom from foreign rule, but its true meaning goes beyond simply breaking away from colonizer. Philippines fought long and hard for its sovereignty, enduring internal conflicts between leaders like Bonifacio and Aguinaldo, as well as the battles against powerful nations like Spain and the United States. However, even after gaining independence, the question lingers: what is truly mean to be free? Does it end with a political sovereignty, or does it requires economic stability, cultural identity, and and the ability to shape the nature's future without external influence? So, but true independence is not just about countries standing on its own, but it's about the people having the power to determine their own destiny. That's all for our discussion this morning. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Thank you, everyone.